Hello everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy IX. This time, last parts was pretty short, this one will be still pretty short actually, honestly. But this one's, we're going to be just focusing on the, forgetting it, the Festival of the Hunt, that's it. Just like a neat minigame, you can get a few good items from it. Yeah. So pretty much how this works, the game's gonna like explain it, but I'll explain it a bit beforehand. So depending on who wins the Festival of the Hunt, it can be either Zidane, Vivi, or Freya. You can get a certain item. I think for Vivi it's a card for Tetramaster. For Freya it's a coral ring, which is pretty good for early on. And for Zidane I think it's money. That might be it. You just need to like beat as many of the enemies as possible, and then there'll be a boss at the end in a certain area, pretty much. Yeah, they've got a really dangerous creature, Zagnol. I think we have a card of that thing. Yeah, that's the like special, like sort of boss enemy. I love Freya. Freya's so cool. Yeah, not much else. Yeah, Zidane's kind of an asshole sometimes, but he always like kind of means well, you know? Like he's not a bad person, but he can sometimes be a bit rude like that. That's why he's so likable though, you know? It's great. I like that Vivi is kind of a bit. He's not really that greedy or anything. Cards all he needs. Yeah, once we leave the castle, the event will start, pretty much, and we'll have like a 10-minute, 15 minutes, I'm not sure. We'll have a timer, I guess. I think it's probably 10 minutes. Yeah. I struggled to get in there for a second. I'd say, what was I gonna say? The loading screens, yeah. The loading screen now is pretty long, so I just figured I'd mention this. They can be quite annoying, I guess, especially if you're doing a lot of like backtracking or something. I think if I ever have to do that, I'll just cut it. I'll cut it out. But we don't really need to do that right now, so it's fine. Like when I when I do these videos, I do want to show the games like as they are, even if they're like flawed in some way. Like if I if I ever do a video on like Persona 3, for example, I'm not going to use like the HD texture pack or anything. It's going to be the game as it is. But yeah, I'd say the loading screens is one issue that the HD like re-release on PC and consoles, modern consoles, does like better. That's not, you know, bare minimum, I know. And the models do kind of look good in the re-release. However, it's just the rest of the release is kind of bad. That's why I'm using the PlayStation 1 version. Yeah, in case you were wondering. Yeah, we're just gonna be fighting a lot of enemies this part. I'm not gonna cut any of them out because I feel like that it kind of misses the point of this part of the game. Yeah, I actually did die here the first time I did it, so I didn't get the reward I wanted, which was annoying, so I had to re-record this. That's fine, you know. It is what it is. So I really want Freya to win. So after I just explore the area for a bit, I'm just gonna go to where the boss is and wait. Because it actually doesn't appear until like the last 5 minutes or so. I think you can steal some stuff off it as well, that's really good. That's what you really need to focus on though, stealing off of it. Unfortunately, I don't think I get everything off of it, which is kind of annoying. That's alright. The timer will run while you're in the menu, so you gotta be very fast with it. Which I was not. I really don't know what I'm doing here. This thing, just wait for it. You shouldn't have too much trouble with this, unless you're like not paying attention, I guess, because I did actually die, as I said. Yeah, this is sort of like the climactic end for this this part of the game. When you're in I'm blanking on the name. That's bad. It's one of my favorite areas in the game, and I'm blanking on the name. So I've been playing another game recently, so I've just blank on the name. It's Lindblom. The game just said that. I don't know why I did that. That's embarrassing. Yeah, I was focusing on a game for like 9 hours before recording this, so yeah. It's nearly time for the boss to appear, which I think we have like 3 minutes left, 2 minutes. You really want to make sure that Freya is in the lead. Unless you want a lot of money. You can really do whatever you want with this, it doesn't really matter too much. I go with the add-on she wants, which is the coral ring. It gives you 3 abilities, I think. think this is the enemy that killed me in my previous attempt, so... Yeah, I just had low health, I wasn't healing for whatever reason. So I just like... embarrassingly died there. Actually, I think it was this enemy, actually. But yeah, since I'm actually focusing on like playing the game properly, I'm doing a lot better in this run. And Freya's in the lead, which is good. Depending on who you want to win, I'd say just like, unless you want some money from it, like you should just like wait, not run into the boss until whoever you want in the lead is actually in the lead. If you want Freya in the lead, you wait until it's Freya. If you want Vivi in the lead, you wait until it's Vivi. Because I think after that point, once you're in a fight, it doesn't update you on who's in the lead, so it sort of like freezes until you're outside of it. There we go. We've got about 5 minutes. Should be here, or should be here, yeah, I'm waiting around for a bit, I don't think I need to though. It must be 4 minutes then, maybe. Guess I was unsure in the moment. Yeah, it should be here. It must be 4 minutes then, I was mistaken. Not much you can really do except wait around. Actually, I think Vivi can't get that many high points, so if you should like basically get into a battle right after Vivi is in the lead, and then you can like intentionally die in a battle. I think that's how you do that. I'm not sure. Here's our enemy, and Freya's joining us, which is awesome. I love Freya. She's really cool. She's a dragoon, I think. I think that's the type, the class of her. But yeah, she can jump. She has a lot of like spear or lance weaponry, I guess. I'm not sure. But you want to try and steal from this thing, I think. I don't end up beating this. Oh, it doesn't have anything. Okay, I saw it. Never mind. But yeah, you just want to attack it like crazy. But yeah, her jump move does a lot of damage, so... it's a fairly easy enemy, just a lot of health, so not really likely to beat it. Or at least I wasn't, because I did waste a few turns. So yeah, we have 1 minute, and we still haven't not just anything. And I actually don't know if jumping is even worth it. I'm not sure. I might be confused, that's fine. Well, it does avoid her from getting hit, or make her avoid getting hit, which is good. It might do less damage than just attacking twice, but I'm not really sure. Sorry about that, I yawned. Yeah, we're at 0, and he's not dead, so yeah. That is it. Festival of the Hunt is done. Winner is Freya.